Welcome to this presentation on how to use the Learning Management System and Assessment Management System. We have two systems at the moment, temporarily, until we move on to everything into the BITAD campus. The first one is eCampus, and this is where you should log in first. You put your username and password provided in there. You may be asked to change your password when you log in. Your login page should look something like this. You'll see the subject at the top. A little brief description. Now this is your study guide. This is where you'll need to download and view on screen or print out. Your study guide shows you your study and how you should go about it. So this is what you need to access to do the study. There's a summary of your assessment events, which is done over time, and you'll be guided when to do that in your study guide. And you'll notice here there is also an online quiz that you need once you've submitted all your events. Usually in your study page you may have some resources that sometimes can be placed down here for you to use. And here is your assessment management system. So to access your assignments and assessments, as well as submitting, you need to click on this, and it should bring up in a new screen. Should look something like this. So log in with your user ID provided. Once you're logged on the system, you'll be asked to change your password, so you can change this to whatever you like. Keep in mind that you can use the same one for all of your systems, or the two systems. So put in your password that you originally logged in, and then select a new one, confirm it, and log in. Now when you log in, you notice here you have on the left hand bar your name. You also have some areas that you can look at, and we'll go through these in a minute. And you can also look at who's online and current time. So when you enter in here, you go to the left. Now in the orientation room, this is where you should first go when you start, because there's some presentations here that you need to undertake, which will help you with your study. Once you've done those presentations, plus a short course on research and a quiz, you can access your first subject here. So if I go to the elevator, there's my orientation room. I have to access all my courses here. This is a chat session, which I'll go through later, and this is where you can contact to get email support for your training or anything else that you require. So once we click on this, you notice that these are green and the rest are black. You have a status, in this case it's accessed, and a due date for your assignments. Now remember, we're looking at your assignments here. So you won't be able to access this until you've completed or submitted your assessments for the first one. So when we log into this, you'll see here we have 4 assessment events. So to upload them, and they're all in Word format. We notice that there's a document here, and this is where we actually save it. So assessment event 1, for example, you would open that in a Word document. Then you would answer the questions provided on the Word document. Once you've completed that and entered it in, you can then save it on your computer and then upload it from your computer, for example here, and save it, and then move on to your next assessment event, which is assessment event 2. So once you've done all these assessments, and we'll just go through them quickly now to show you, you would answer all these. Move on to the next one. Remember, you're doing this over time. So you would access it, complete it, as you're instructed to from the study guide. So it might be over a few weeks. I've done this is my last assessment. I've downloaded it on my computer after uploading it, and now saving it. So all's been saved, and now I can go to submit when I'm ready. So we'll do that in a second. So let's have a look at the subject forum. Now for each subject, now we're starting a new forum, and on this forum you can raise questions. Now sometimes you might find it skipping to the bottom. That's because down here it just needs to be It's a little big. If you shrink it up, it'll fit into your, depending on your screen size. So this allows you to ask questions to your student and trainer and have a look at what answers previous ones have left, students have left. So we go back to our study page. We have on the left hand side here a class forum now set up. Now sometimes you will find that with your class forum, and I have two in this one, but normally you'd only have one, you can raise questions in here, or sometimes your assessment requires you to answer some questions here. So everyone in your class has access to this, so you can raise questions for any of your staff, fellow students. If you'd like to, we'll just go back to the elevator. You don't have to do this from the elevator, but you notice on the elevator it has a coffee lounge. Now in this coffee lounge is the chat room. So if you see somebody in here, you can invite them to chat in the coffee room and have we support and encourage you to interact with other students. So you have your orientation from the elevator, we saw that. You've got your study room here, which is all your subjects that you need to complete one at a time. You have the chat room where you can invite people to come in and have a coffee and chat with you in the chat room. You have your class forums. You have your contacts for support and training if you need it. So now we'll just quickly look at how you submit. So we've now done all our assessments. Go to the submit page. There is a declaration. You are stating that this is all your own work, and you submit. So what happens after this is an email that will get sent to you informing you, and also that we will get the same thing, and then it's an email, and then it's sent to your trainer or assessor. Now notice I can now access my second subject. So that's pretty much the system. It's pretty simple. You'll get used to it. If you've got any questions, just get on to student support and let us know. Thank you.